Okay, I'm trying to get this microphone in order. I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out. 1 second, y'all. Guess that don't matter, huh? Is this not it? Man, this crazy. Man, this is crazy. All right, so yesterday I did a show and I fell asleep, bro. When we got to the advanced part of the CIA, I dead ass fell asleep. Word. I gotta go pour this coffee real quick. And then when I woke up, goddamn Robert Greene was playing, and that's one of the interviews that I listen to the most. And you know what? It's so goddamn good. It's so goddamn good that I feel like I want to play that one again. Okay. Um, but anyway, I want to go ahead and make some quick coffee while I do that. And we're gonna do an actual recap. Yes, we're gonna do an actual recap of what it is that we were listening to yesterday. I know I should have just poured the coffee first, then came in here, but the coffee literally just stopped right now. So go ahead and listen to something before I get up. Hold on, because I'm not rushing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this by Miss Francesca.
Rocking my pants, with suckers and fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how you can overcome your feelings for someone. So first and foremost, let's understand why you are in this situation. The reason you need to overcome your feelings for someone is because you are attracted or obsessing over someone you shouldn't be obsessing over. Either they're taken, unavailable, in a relationship, maybe you're in a relationship, maybe you broke up with this person and they made it clear they don't want to be together, but you're still obsessing over them. So, what do you do in those situations? This might come as a complete shock or surprise to you, but the problem isn't your feelings for this person. It's okay to have feelings for someone you shouldn't be attracted to, theoretically. It's okay to love someone. It's okay to like someone. It's okay to be attracted to someone. It doesn't mean you need to take action towards that person. The problem is the obsessive thoughts that happen. The problem is you thinking there's hope or there's some action you can take to make this situation happen or change in some way. So, I can be in a relationship and attracted to someone else. It doesn't mean I'm going to go take action and ask that person out. I can have broken up with my ex who's really toxic and I can still feel love for them. It doesn't mean I'm going to go and get back together with that person. So your feelings aren't the problem, you know? The problem, the biggest, most dangerous thing here is your hope. Hope that the situation could change. So I'll give you an example. If I'm obsessing over someone who maybe I don't know if they like me or not. Let's say they're hot and cold. They gave me some signals, but I can't be sure if they like me or not. Let's say it's a friend that I usually hang out with. You know, my hope is that at one point they're going to confess their love to me, or at one point something's going to happen. We're going to get together. My fear is that if I do take action, and go and talk to them, I'm going to get rejected. But actually, in this situation, this is the best thing you can do. Because the best thing you can do when you want to overcome your obsession towards someone is to kill the hope. And how do you do that? By gaining clarity. Hope happens when you don't have the clear full picture, when there's the unknown, when there's the possibility, But
All right, y'all, I'm back. Got my coffee. I'm back. I'm back. All right, so this is what we doing. Hold on. All right, so don't know what's going on with the whole audio situation, but not even on my microphone. Something happened. I might have to fuck around and get a new one. I don't know. Um, I I actually am just kind of waking up. Finish brushing my teeth and all of that. That's the first thing I do, brush my teeth and get to my face too. And I didn't get to my face, I just brushed my teeth today. I'll get to my face in a minute. I usually get to my face when I'm ready to like really go. You know what I'm saying? Like out the door. All right, let me turn down this heat though. I was knocked out. I was dreaming and shit. People giving me messages and shit in my dream, telling me to, do this and that and this and that and focus on this and that. It was a very powerful dream I had. It didn't feel powerful when I had it. But then after the motherfucker, I woke up, I was like, oh shit, that was a powerful ass dream. I like that. I like what they showed me. I like what the message with the dream was telling me. Feel me? Was basically just, what I talk about here all the time. You know what I'm saying? All right. So this is Dark Psychology Week 2. This is Dark Psychology 202 that we're going to start studying from. Definitely not playing that shit today. I mean, meaning not like right now today. So we're going to get into Dark Psychology 202 now. For those of you who follow the Facebook page, I would encourage you to follow the Facebook page because on the Facebook page, I have an outline of what each chapter is about. It's fine. If you want to go get the audio book and you want to listen to it ahead and you want to go ahead and listen to it by yourself and then you want to come and join me with the lessons and we take our notes together while listening to the audio book, that's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an outline of what the Dark Psychology 202 is about. The CIA one was excellent yesterday, y'all. But I was listening to that shit in my bed. And a lot of times on the weekend, I tend to do that. I tend to just lay down, let an audiobook play, and I chill while the audiobook plays. And yesterday, that CIA, when I went to the CIA and beyond, honey, bitch said, bloop, bloop. I was knocked the fuck out. And next thing you know, I woke up, Robert Greene was on the screen. I was like, oh, okay. So let's go here. I'm going to let you know what Dark Psychology 202 what it's going to be about. Yeah. I needed that sleep too. Because if I was in here in the actual studio space, I would have never fell asleep. I promise you. I would have been right here, sitting down. Even if I sat on the couch, I would have never went to sleep because the energy in here is an up energy. That's why the bedroom in feng shui, they was like, you don't put office, you don't put work, you don't put nothing in your bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to business and work in feng shui. They always say work and business should be for work and business. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is cute. Hold on. I got text messages now. Okay. Let me go ahead and get y'all riled up, get y'all charged up. All right. So the Advanced Dark Psychology 202 is the advanced sequence of psychological warfare, dark NLP, dark cognitive behavior therapy, super manipulation, kamikaze, mind control, stealth persuasion, and human psychology 202 by Michael Pace. Okay. Then we're going to get into Neil Brighton when we get into the Darvo manipulation. Hey, good morning, Babito. Babita. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm just getting into the outline of Dark Psychology 202. So the first chapter gets into advanced human psychology you need to know. Advanced dark psychology tactics, psychological warfare. Now, we learned psychological warfare because yesterday we listened to the book on the CIA. And I think that book is by Neil Brighton. I'll double check all this stuff. Dark NLP, that's neuro-linguistic programming. Dark cognitive behavior therapy, that's CPT. We learned about NLP, dark neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, dark NLP, and we learned about CBT in these Dark Psychology 101 book. Super manipulation techniques, kamikaze mind control, intrusive methods of mind control and their psychological impact, analyzing the risk and ethical dilemma involved. And I remember I have a clip on something with that where there was a culture that believed in spirits and talked to spirits. And so the CIA jumped in that and started telling these people what they wanted to tell them through these spirits. Yes, it's the ugly game out here. It's ugly, okay? That's real fucked up, but war is war, right? Self-persuasion, subtle persuasion tactics that go unnoticed, applications in everyday interaction in professional settings. Advanced human psychology 202, further exploration into complex psychological concepts, integrating knowledge from previous chapters from comprehensive understanding and conclusion. And then we got into conclusion. I'll have to tell you what conclusion. Yeah, so let's see. So this is the lesson that we're going to get into to Dark Psychology 202. And as you can hear it, it looks like this lesson is going to be longer than a week. Okay. So if we can make it a week of study, that'd be awesome. So get ready to do lessons on advanced human psychology you need to know. In-depth exploration of complex psychological principles, understanding the intricacies of human behavior and thought processes, and then advanced dark psychology tactics, strategies for implementing dark psychology in various scenarios, techniques for influencing and controlling others covertly. So what I want y'all to do in this lesson prior to going to Dark Psychology 101, I want y'all to look at something in your life, because everything I tell y'all to do, I'm doing too in my notebook. I want y'all to look at something in your life, whether it's your relationship, whether it's a family situation, whether whatever the situation may be, doesn't matter, right? From your burn book. And I want you to look at it and say, you know, it's something that's going on with you and you want to handle it in a dark psychological way. Okay. That's what I want you to do. So when we get into these chapters and you start listening to what he is saying, or she, you know, what the author is saying, you're going to find out, maybe it'll help you find out the dark psychological way to handle whatever the situation may be, okay? In a very strategic dark psychological way, okay? So I'm going to put you guys on to a few channels that I have found, okay? So first person is my gal right here, Francesca. Let me go ahead and show you her channel. Francesca Psychology, very, very good. She goes very into NLP, as you can see. That's her specialty. She herself, she is Bachelor's of Science in Psychology and Master NLP. So therefore, that means she studied NLP, right? We're not caught up in what people say. We could just see, we see what they do, and we see that she is she's very good at her own way of dark psychology. She has even talked to Mr. CIA spy himself. So that says enough for me with her. Okay. She talks about the science of love, addiction, and all this kind of stuff. So number one, Francesca Psychology. I'm going to go ahead and put her in the room. There's another woman that I have found, but I'm going to tell you I have my criticism, right? And I'm going to express why I have my criticism, because here's something, and I'll get into this later on in the stuff. the problem I have with, where the fuck is my playlist? The problem I have with when I watch Black women, nothing wrong with watching them, right? But the problem I have, hold on, what is this? Anti-blackness follows. Okay, I'll get to that later. Is when somebody is speaking of dark feminine energy, jealousy, these different kind of topics, is that I don't think when these people have to show their face and have to show off. This is something that I continue to see that happens with mainly Black women actually giving this very needed topic of information. I literally should have just started a new playlist. I don't know why I didn't. I wish I can see the entire playlist, but let me just go into my history for this one, because I'm not trying to even, that playlist is, it's hard to get through that playlist. You see how many, and I got some good videos on that playlist. You just put dark. Dark feminine. The Matters of Feminine Protection explored through Black Swan. No. What is it? There's one with a Black woman that talks about jealousy. Okay. Leveling up, and stuff like that. Them kind of channels. Where did it go? Okay, hold on. Okay. I can't find her. I can't believe I can't find this woman, because it's like she's in the goddamn playlist. And the problem is I can't get to the damn playlist, and I can't even think. Listen, Francesca's one. There is another woman. Maybe she'll come across my feed because I watch these people so much. She gets into dark psychology and okay. Here we go. Let me just go ahead and go through my subscriptions, because I don't remember these people's names. It's just so hard. It's so many of them. This woman is really good. Lisa A. Romana, for psychology, for therapy, for narcissistic abuse, abusive, jealous mother abuse. She's good. Black Hitler 420 right here. She's good as well. Black Hitler 420. She has a good way that she speaks and the things she talk about when she really talks. I like what she talks about. I can tell that she listens to a lot of those kind of channels, because she goes back and she talks about it. Let's see here. The Feminine Universe is really good. The Feminine Universe is really good as well. A lot of these people are social experiments for me, so please ignore some of them. We got, hold on, y'all. We got, well, I swear English, if you into vocabulary words and stuff, he's great for that. He's like Scottish or something, but that's not what it's about here. That's not the kind of channel that I'm trying to get y'all to watch. Oh boy, I cannot find this lady for Nathan. Let me go ahead, and I'm in my subscriptions too. I just can't remember her name. See, this is what I'm saying. I usually was very picky about who I follow. So, and have a certain channel focused on a certain thing. Andrew Bustamante is really good. This guy right here. The thing about Andrew is that he worked for the CIA, so I think there's some things he still hides. You know what I mean? Daily Stoic, which is Ryan Holiday, this guy right here. He's very good at book recommendations and stuff like that. If you get deep into Stoicism, it's an interesting path to go down. I actually like it. Lesbian Mojo, that's for like a fun channel. Our community, there we go. Okay, there we go. I could not find this woman for nothing. I couldn't think of her name. That's how much early in the morning it is. I gotta sip this coffee. Our community. Okay. I like her. She has a book as well. Turning pain into power is sexy. I agree with that. I like her. For those of you who's into that level of woman, dark feminine energy, seductress energy as well. I'm going to get into her credentials as well. I want you, this is a woman I recommend. How to handle the power of the arousal, being a high value woman. You see what I'm saying? The only thing that, let me see what her credentials are. I think she said she has a BA in sociology, a MSc, I forgot what that means, MSc, medical something, psychology, and certified sexual educator. Okay. Okay, name is Tamisha, aka Queen B, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty, Nova, the Gypsy Empress. I like that. The Gypsy Empress. Definitely the Gypsy Empress. This is her. Okay. My thing about it is it's great. I want to hear her voice. Hold on, y'all. I never heard her voice. I like
most Planet Fitness clubs are open 24 hours, so you can work out whenever.
We're coming in early. Staying late.
Whatever works for you.
Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th.
To be so for real, last year was kind of a lot for me. I was just feeling kind of like burned out and stuck. At some points, I struggled to see things getting better. So I made a hard decision to take a step back from some things and to just really work on my mental health. And a huge part of that for me has been therapy. At first, the idea of adding something into my schedule sounded a little overwhelming, but trust me when I say therapy can make a huge impact on your mental health. There's something about
somebody send me a funny ass meme.
Well, hello there.
Okay,
What's going on, world? It was
girl,
I, Tamisha, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty. Welcome to our community, because turning pain into power is sexy. Now, for those of you who are subscribed here, thank you for subscribing here. I'm so glad to know that what I share, what I speak about, what I write about resonates with you on a deeper level. For those of you who are not subscribed here, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, click that subscribe button right now. Join the colony, okay? Again, I said, I'm Tamisha, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty, but you can also call me Queen B, okay?
The problem is, for me, okay, it's great information, right? She goes in a lot of dark energy, and I like that about her. She doesn't stay in the light, right? She also, I have a feeling she's Caribbean too, just looking at her and looking at her talk. I just am a person that you don't have to, how do I say this? And this is just from my personal experience here. when you're talking about things on a very occult level, okay, and hold on, when you're talking about things on an occult level, oh, you answered it while I asked. I was literally typing to ask you what you got out of Stoicism. When you talk about things on an occult level, you have to understand how deep that occult topic is going to go. And when you are dealing with showing your face and people, that can become a bit of a distraction in this magic. Because what I'm learning is, if you look at Francesca is a host. She's talking. I'm just saying, don't get offended here. I'm just saying, she's talking. She's not trying to look good or nothing. Like, she looks naturally how she is. Francesca does that on purpose because she is a very beautiful woman. So if she wants to up in any her beauty, she can do that. She knows that already. But when she's up there, she knows she's just up there talking to do what she got to do. Now, I find that when it comes to deep occult topics or anything that's dark topic, because shit, Francesca's doing occult topics too, is that it's best that the self is a bit hidden. I really have learned that. And I really understand why those people who write all of these very deep, beautiful occult books never show their face, or they're under a guise of a pen name. I get it now. Lately, too, I realized that I just never want to be broken again. And Stoicism helps me deal with the discomfort of change, which is inherently uncomfortable and painful. Yes, Stoicism does help with that. Stoicism is powerful. Oh my goodness. It's powerful. I can play you some Stoic quotes right now. When I say them motherfuckers changed my life, they changed my motherfucking life, okay? Like, word. Like, you can't get no better. Hold on. Then what the fuck these shorts had to say. Damn, I can't even find it no more. It was that one with that damn rose. Y'all remember that one I always play with the rose, with the three main quotes about letting go. And I don't think I ever focus on yourself, let them go. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of this Stoicism stuff is really fucking good, bro. I mean, like, really good. One of them I done took away, and I shouldn't have did that. Maybe I did that because I... Okay, hold on. Maybe it's here. Let me go back. Here we go. Look, check this one out, bro. Check these quotes out, man. These quotes right here are fire. Write these bitches down, man.
Deep quotes that changed my perspective when I heard them. 1. Not everything you lose is a loss. Sometimes the loss is freedom. Sometimes it's a second chance. And sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. A long-needed detachment. Clarity to blurry eyes. 2. It will all eventually get better. Without any sort of explanation, one day you will sit down and realize that you're no longer upset. You're no longer hurt or bothered by the things that used to take so much of your energy back in the day, and you will find yourself in a peaceful place. 3. Maturing is realizing that overplaying your part in someone's life to prove your loyalty is only proving how much less you value yourself. 4. Sometimes letting go is simply allowing yourself to come to terms with the truth. You'll realize that you have been watering dead plants for a long time.
That one right there, the watering dead plant joint, I said, oh shit, that's something that made me wake the fuck up to my own life situation. Like, that's exactly what the fuck I'm doing. I'm watering dead motherfucking plants. This relationship, this person in my life, ain't nothing gonna change. It don't matter how kind I am, how anything I am, nothing is going to fucking change. And I won't sit here and try to play myself and believe that it will, because it ain't gonna change. Okay. So, as well as despite being associated with males. Absolutely it is. Absolutely is. I'm just saying, like, I see a lot of Black women who are talking some very deep topics. Okay? And the problem with it is they have this need to show their life, how they're living, and all of this shit. Okay? All of this shit. Because subconsciously, they need to validate what it is, who they are, what they talk about, to show that they're worthy of listening to. She's an author too, so I get it. But at the same time, you don't have to show your face when you're author. Girl. So this is why I say, when it comes to this type of information, when it comes to like this type of message, it's going to get to a point where you got to understand that you're going to get attacked, because not only are you putting this information out there, you're also beautiful on top of that. And that creates people wanting to attack you. You have a lot of people who still have religious ideologies, though they're sitting around here and they're motherfucking claiming to be spiritual. Understand that a lot of people are claiming to be spiritual. A lot of women are doing it because they're pick-me's. And they're realizing the blessings and the life that comes with being a spiritual woman. They don't know the work that comes with being a spiritual woman. So they want the benefits of what's being a spiritual woman to get a man and all this other shit. And this is why they always focus on a pussy and all this shit, not realizing what kind of magic that they're getting into. And when you are truly a spiritual woman and truly in your dark feminine energy, you become very hated by these women because they ain't truly living it, but you are living it gracefully. You see what I'm saying? They don't have witch pussy. They wish that they had it, because if they had it, they would not be in the situations that they are in. They would not be struggling the way that they are. They would not be in the kind of relationships that they were in if they believed that they had it. All right? How to handle the power of beauty. Very true. She talks about a lot of topics. Okay? A lot of topics. Hold on. Now, let me get into something else, because I really like her pictures and stuff like that, so I'm going to keep them up. There's another woman who gets into jealousy at the workplace. Hold on, I don't want to take this down. Hold on. All things women. All things women. Ah, here she go. This is her. Okay, let me show you her. She goes into jealousy in the workplace.
Welcome
women
to All Things Woman, where we discuss femininity, womanhood, and I give you overall life advice. If any of that interests you, hit the like button.
The only thing about me with her, again, no disrespect, she has the look of the typical jealous woman. That's the problem. See, that this is the thing why you can't, some people just, for me, if you show your face, she has the look of a typical jealous woman. That typical jealous woman at work, she has that fucking look. And I find it interesting that she's the one that is, you know, jealous, envy, and all this kind of stuff, fake nice. And usually women who look like her when they are. Okay? I'm just saying. These topics are going to be talked about because millennial and Gen Z women have grown up. We are the elders. We are we are the elders now. And we have been amongst boomers and Gen Xers for so long. And this is what we have dealt with, something very heavy. Very, very heavy. Okay? And so therefore, this is why this topic is coming up. Gen X women are big copycats. They are not original. They don't know how to be themselves. They have been taken away from themselves for so many years that they just copy what they see. Okay? And they don't really live what they talk about, even though they try. And all of this stuff because of the whole curse of being a Gen X child and being born in that 70s era, or just being a Gen Xer, period. They try, but it doesn't work out. Gen X women are jealous of their own daughters. They put a man first. They'll put a man before their children, their sons. They're just all fucked up. And you might get some that's in the cracks of that might be before their time, like a She-Ra 7. But yet She-Ra 7 is not black. See what I'm saying? And another thing too, she still did her dark feminine energy with a married man to get what she wants. She still used the man to get where she needed to be because she still comes from that being raised by boomers and all the silent generation and all that stuff to do that. While women of our days of millennial and Gen Z, that's not the case with us. It's just so practical to me because life is about growth. Growth is not comfortable or easy. I have a Sagittarius moon, so I need something to believe in. That's growth is not easy. Spiritual path is not easy. It is not. Who is this? Bro, I need UPS to stop with this bullshit and putting people. UPS be lying and be putting people in the group chat. That shit crazy. That's crazy, bro. Yes. Yes, I understand. I have a Scorpio rising, so transformation and changes have been through my whole life. When I go to a job, changes and transformation happen. I have all I know is changes and transformation my entire motherfucking life, bro. So another thing I want to add. it was something else I wanted to say. These are the people I still would say, hey, if you want to look at a certain topic, you can watch these people. All right. That's all I'm saying. I don't really have nobody else, but I'll put our community. I actually will put, if you really want the truth, I put Francesca at the top. Now, don't go in on me. Don't go in on me, but I'm going to tell you why I choose Francesca at the top. And I choose Francesca at this top because I think that Francesca is a lot more practical and a lot more grounded. Okay. Francesca also has talked to the CIA guy. I come on people's platforms. Okay. It's not easy to get people like this to come onto your shows and talk to you. Okay. Right. That doesn't happen. Trust me when I tell you, it takes a lot. You have to have, honestly, with those people, you have to have some kind of constant communication in or friendship with them to get them to want to deal with you to that capacity, especially come on your show. All right. But see, he also had his own show. So there had to be some communication there. I prefer her. The other two women are good. Don't get me wrong. The other two women are good because they're coming from the Black Woman's Guide. They're coming from a Black Woman's Guide perspective, like this woman right here. She's coming from the Black Woman's Guide perspective in the topic. Our community is coming from the Black Woman's Guide perspective of the topic, or energetic perspective of the topic. There's nothing wrong with that, right? The reason I say her is because understand something, okay? And I learned this. Francesca is not just a white woman. She is a European white woman. She's a cross-seas white woman. So she has a very different tactic of how she has to deal with males and people in her culture. Because don't ever think women who have these tactics to deal with males, they have these same tactics to deal with women too, okay? Don't ever let that fool you. And therefore, these tactics that she's using is going to work. It's going to work because she's had enough practice since a little girl to do it. So I say, and I encourage people to take advantage of being in spaces of people as this, okay? Learning what it is that they do, you know, because I think that the woman's universe is good and how she talks about the topic, and then our community who goes into how she goes into it, but she's a little bit more entertaining. Still grab what kind of information and wisdom that you can grab and get, okay, for whatever works for you. It doesn't matter if you are a woman who doesn't even fuck with men. You still need to know how they operate. You still need to know how males operate on this planet, okay? Don't worry. We're going to have a divestment segment going on soon. You know what I'm saying? That might be behind the temple talk conversation, okay? But definitely going to have a segment. Dark Psychology 202. So as you can see, it's a Dark Psychology 202 going this week. Man, this is going to get into techniques. It's going to get in depth into NLP, CBT, and all these type of things. Really get your notes ready to sit down and talk about these things and really see how it works. We are in a space right now where I feel it's time to look at the dark psychology of what's going on around us. You know, no more of this getting so deeply caught up in Super Bowls and all that, because anybody who knows me knows I'm always into occult codes and all that stuff. But like, let's dig into the grounded aspects in our own personal life and the dark psychology in our own personal life. Because we can sit here, we can look at the Super Bowl, and I could talk about this symbolism and that symbolism, and I could talk about this Trump and this and that. But what about the dark psychology of Trump? What about the dark psychology in your own personal life? What about the dark psychology relationship that you have with your parents? What about the dark psychology you have in your coworker world? These things matter more than anything. That's what these books are for, so you can apply them to your life. These books on stoicism and all this stuff is for you to apply it to your life. So therefore, this is what the purpose of everything I do is for. And for the Black Woman's Guide, it's important for me to do this because I just feel like nobody else is going to say it. I'm not a woman who likes Black culture too much. Like, I'm being honest with you. There's a lot of things in Black culture I do not like. But I know how to come from a place of criticism, not even criticism, but analysis, but also in a very compassionate way. Do you understand what I'm saying? I do have the capacity to have some kind of compassion in my speaking. And I also can sit here and speak about the things I speak about, because these are the very things that I see that becomes how people begin to treat the Black woman. Now, as the topic goes on in the Black Woman's Guide, we're going to get a little bit more deeper. Oh, definitely. It's definitely going to get more deeper as time goes on. But that's probably going to be a few months in before it gets a little bit more deeper. And then that's what I'm saying. I've been contemplating, when it gets deeper, how do I want to just take it into the temple and the topics, or do I want to make it public? Because some of them topics, I don't know if I can make it public, because that's how deep it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell y'all, and I really am very serious when I tell you, women, start going into male spaces, actual alpha male spaces, and listen to what they're talking about. I can't, sometimes I can't tolerate it. The nigga male spaces ain't the spaces. I told you, I'm trying not to say that word. But the Black male spaces, yeah, those are the hardest ones. But, go into alpha male spaces and listen to what they talk about and what they define what to be and what they say is what, because that's the next list I'm going to make for y'all. Okay. What's that? Day 20 versus 2 is stupid. Okay, y'all, let me go get my charger. I'm going to go ahead and play Francesca for a little bit. All right, we're going to finish what she's talking about with how to overcome your feelings for someone. And I'm going to walk into another topic with this. Give me a second, y'all. This is a quick show because y'all know, man, I woke up late like a motherfucker. Oh, come on. Don't start this shit. Commercial might come on. I'll be back.
But when the circle is open, but when you go and take action, for instance, in this case, where let's say the other person isn't unavailable in some way, like they're in a relationship, but they're available, they're just giving me hot and cold signals. I take action. I might, get rejected, which is painful. I might get, approved by the other person, which is a win. But if I do get rejected, what happens is I'm going to suffer, but at least the hope dies. I can grieve, the loss. I can feel the pain of the loss. But what happens is that I'm going to move on. I'm not going to obsess and fantasize about that person anymore, because, yeah, sure, it's painful, but I can move on. Not taking action, keeping the hope alive, keeps that circle open. So I'm going to keep thinking about them.
Mm-hmm.
So what you need to do is kill the hope. You know, let's say you're attracted to your sister's boyfriend or, you know, your brother's girlfriend. And you know that taking any sort of action would be really damaging to your relationship with your brother or sister or your life. So taking action isn't good. So then you need to kill that hope by accepting, by understanding the repercussions, by understanding, you know, that your action will have severe consequences, and then grieving, you know, the loss of that person, grieving the loss of that hope. And again, you can still have feelings, you can still like someone you're not supposed to like, you can still be attracted to them, but understand this is never going to happen. I'm never going to take action, and I can grieve the loss of that. But the way you kill the obsession is acceptance of reality. And if you don't have the full picture and you have the possibility, complete the full picture. You know, you still have doubts that, you know, your ex might come back, you might get together. Go ahead and text them or call them, go on another date with them. There's so many situations where, you know, for instance, a girlfriend of mine, she was still obsessing over her ex, and then they met for dinner at one point. After 1 year after the breakup, she was still thinking about him. They met for dinner, and she realized, like, oh my gosh, like I'm not attracted to this man. I could never see a future with this man. I don't understand what I've been obsessing over this person, you know. So seeing him made her, you know, kill that obsession. In Because, you know, a lot of times when you're obsessing over someone, you are obsessing over your own version of that person. It's a fantasy of that person. You know, you're imagining making up a reality with that person or their character, depending on what your needs are, not how that person actually is. And, you know, the reason you're doing that, the reason you have this
Hey, Bob, you still
obsession,
here?
there's that's a whole nother thing. Because a lot of times
I
people
got
who
something
have
to say to
obsession.
this. Okay, I get where she's going with this. I do. I get where she's going. Where the hell did we say? But I need y'all to understand. There's another topic I'm going to talk to you about. And this is why we're learning dark psychology. You have to be strong enough to pay attention to energy projection. Do not fall into soulmate and twin flames. I can't even talk. Twin flame, twin flames. Do not fall into that bullshit. People will put energy projection onto you because they've been holding you in their mind, holding you in their imagination, holding you in their fantasies and dreams. So you have to be careful with that. People are so clever and manipulative and conniving that they'll go be with your family member with the intentions of being with you. You have to check those emotions and those feelings. If anything you feel about how you feel about somebody and they're with your mom, your dad, your fucking any type of family member, a best friend, that person is no good. That person is no good. So another thing, okay, that's cool. I'm multitasking. Yeah, okay. Anyway, texting everybody. Okay, so if you there, tell me you here so I can tell you about my dream. All right, so check this out. Anybody who makes you feel that way, and you emotionally, you know emotionally, like you looking at that shit like, nah, this is crazy. It's crazy. Don't do it. Don't do it. God damn, I gotta get my charger. And I'm saying this because, yo, hold on, let me get this charger. I'm gonna go ahead and let this play. Don't go nowhere, Bob. I gotta tell you something.
Are people who either have a lot of time on their hands, they're either students, retired, they're in some sort of situation where they have too much free time to fantasize or think, or they're only engaging in physical activity, let's say in their job. This happens a lot, and they're not really using their mind a lot. They're not really engaging or focusing their brain, so their mind wanders all day. So when you are in these situations, of course you end up attaching yourself to different things, different obsessions to keep your mind occupied. So it's important to engage in some sort of mental activity, to have some sort of purpose in your life, to be working towards something. Because if you have too much free time, your mind will wander, and you will try to make your life more interesting in some way. And romantic obsession is just there. It's like this person could come and make my life more interesting and give me love and give me adventure and give me that.
Okay, I'm back. All right, so listen. So here's the dream I had. When I had the dream, I thought the dream was a little crazy. 50 Cent was in my dream. So I'm like, what the fuck was I watching on TV? But was Robert Greene, once again, that same interview by Robert Greene was playing in when I woke up. And what happened is 50 Cent was in my dream. I'll just make it quick. He was giving me a message, like a direct message about my life and myself, right? And there was a point where it was like all of these different looking people, fat white women, just you name these different kind of people that was around me. One of them had a problem with me because of some stupid shit and all of these kind of things. And I had my notebook, and then I found myself not writing in my notebook no more because I got so focused on what was going on around me with these people that I didn't realize that I put it down. But he was giving me a message of like him and somebody else was just giving me a message. It was a light-skinned dude who was basically saying to me about living in your truth and living exactly who you are, right? Or something along the lines of that. And when I had the dream, it was like, I was kind of brushing him off like, Nick, I'm not listening to you, whatever. And also keep in mind, me and 50 Cent are from the same place as well. And I think born in the same hospital. I'm not really sure. So anyway, what was I saying? When I woke up from the dream and Robert Greene was playing, and it was that same Robert Greene that I always watch, right? That I always fall asleep to. I realized that the dream was giving me a very powerful message about what he said in the dream, pretty much about being your true self, right? And living in your truth and living in like whatever you're called to do is who you are and live in that truth. You feel what I'm saying? And I always wonder, like, why do I have dreams like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think I understand it because it's like I find myself, being an intuitive person, we also have to learn how to be very silent about things. And the more and more, for any of you who's been here for a while, who started being here, however, you just, whatever, if you just got introduced to me for the dark psychology lessons, understand that whenever you get into books like this, whenever you read Stoicism, whenever you get into anything that is elevating or causing for elevation in your life and studying other people psychologically, spiritually, mentally, whatever the situation is, you can't unread what you've already read. And that's the beauty of reading. That's the beauty of picking up a book. Once you receive that information, once you receive and can get into that information and you understand it, it has to be applied to your life. Now, dark psychology, this is why I told y'all to write the burn book that you keep at home, okay? This is why I told y'all to keep that journal that you could take anywhere with you and take notes from your dark psychology. Look at the dark psychology in your life. And I told you to look at the dark psychology in your life because I'm speaking again from experience. We can talk about all of the stuff that we can talk about all day, but where does it apply in your life? And I promise you, once you begin to ask yourself, what is the dark psychology in my life, and accept the dark psychology of yourself, you can heal, you can find the space of healing or finding something for you. But it's like once you've changed, you can't undo it anymore. Yeah, because change just happens. Change can be a conscious decision. You can go cold turkey and not smoke no more, right? You can go cold turkey and not smoke weed. You can go cold turkey and stop drinking. That's what I did. I was like, there's a reason I don't drink liquor. I had to remember it. I don't fuck with liquor. You know what I'm saying? I'll drink a beer. I'll drink some wine, but I don't fuck with liquor. See, that's something I decided to do, and I just kept it that way. You know what I mean? So you can make conscious changes in your world. You can also make, and some changes, they just happen before you even recognize that you have changed. That happens too. Shit, that happens a lot, if you ask me. Okay? And so, again, when you begin to learn about following intuition and all these kind of different kind of books, and you begin to, whatever it is, you begin to study. Now, this right here is a lesson plan. Like, this is literally a lesson plan. I'm literally sitting down in a notebook, writing stuff down, taking notes. Like today, I'm going to open up my phone and I'm going to take notes from the shows that I've done already and write it down and organize and decide what else I'm going to do. I'm going to look at the outline of dark psychology 202 and what direction I'm going to take it. I take this serious. You can call this a hobby that I enjoy fucking doing. All right? This is what I love to do. I've been this way for a very long time. If I ever wanted to make the choice to actually get on an actual Sirius XM radio show or any type of radio show, or even create my own radio show platform, I would do it. I really would. But I choose to, and I'm not trying to put y'all in no position of donate to me type shit. No, I'm being for real. I take this to heart, what I do. Why do I take this to heart? Because there's a lot of you that I do pay attention to my audience. A lot of y'all are young, and I'm thankful for that. And I know what it's like to be young. And I'm thankful that a lot of y'all actually have some parental love and guidance in your life, something I didn't really have. And I'm here to tell y'all, coming into my space, this is a safe space for you, but this is a space where I'm going to give you the harsh reality of life. I'm going to tell you what the fuck, who the type of people to stay the fuck away from, how to wise up, how to be mentally, spiritually, how to be mentally, physically, and spiritually fucking stronger in your life. I'm going to sit here and teach you the dark psychology of life. I'm going to sit here. We're going to talk about the CIA and MK Ultra, what that shit really is and what it does and how MK Ultra is working in your own life. I'm going to make it applicable. We're not going to sit here and be like Kanye West signed a piece of paper and sold his soul. We're going to really get into the magic of how that happens. We're going to really get into something, a book or something, or my studies or my notes to tell you how the fuck can somebody sign a piece of paper and sell their soul? Is that even fucking possible? That's the type of conversations we're going to get into. What is the dark magic of what Diddy was doing? I never watched it, but I listened to what people be saying. I'm never going to watch it because I never liked Diddy. And I told y'all when I was a kid, I met Diddy and I didn't care for him then. What is the true dark magic? What is the true dark psychology of this? Because we're going to get into the truth. Why? Why are Black celebrities fools for the gods? Why do these people take the black male celebrities, especially to do their, actually all of them, the black celebrities to do most of their magic, to do most of their rituals? And why is the rituals that are being put upon black people their own ancestral magic and history? So what is this? These are the kind of things that you're going to come to this space to get that type of information, as long as you stay here. I don't got time for your religious beliefs. I don't got time for your God, demon, devil belief. I don't got time for it. Okay? This ain't the space for you. If you want to be in the light all day, Carolyn, go take your ass to the light, because we ain't doing that over here. Y'all really think y'all prayers and all this shit gonna work? No, this ain't it. This man right now, as the fucking president, is signing executive orders like an energizer of goddamn bunny. And you mean to fucking tell me you want to pray and you want to go to the light? He has exuded his power. He has mass deported. He has mass deported people who call themselves Native Americans. He has exposed people betrayal. And most of all, black women, you got the biggest betrayal. We got the biggest betrayal. Black women. So what the fuck are we going to do about this? You think praying and going to the light is going to be the fucking answer? It's not. You better get into dark psychology. You better get into MK Ultra. You better get into NLP and start seeing this brainwashing and spell casting that has been put upon you, black woman. Because how are you the 92%? Then you got the 12%, which are the divested black women who are with the non-black males, who still stood beside Tyrone, who she knew was going to betray you, who stood beside Becky because she knew she was going to betray you, but she sat there beside the non-black male who she told you to stick beside because she knows how they are, laughing in your face. Talking about you're resting. You're not really resting because you're still responding to Becky and them. You still got something to say. You're still responding by saying that you're resting. That's responding. You're not ignoring them. And that's what my dream was telling me too. My dream was telling me to ignore people and not entertain their foolishness, their distractions. This is what I'm saying. This is why I do what I do. This is why I created what I created. No, you don't have to be a black woman to do the Black Woman Died. You don't have to be a black woman to do Dark Psychology Study Week. You don't have to. You can be whatever you want to be. But the point is, there's books out there to help you through and navigate through whatever it is in life that you need the help with. Get your burn book. Study the people around you. Sit down and sketch out a chessboard. Who's the pawn? Who's the rook? Who's the king? Who's the queen? Who's the knight in your job position? And it doesn't matter gender. Just write it down. Just pay attention. And I promise you, it'll be healing work for you. I promise you, writing this stuff down will be the beginning of something for you. Every day that I sit here, trust me, I can receive this information. I could sit here and teach it to y'all, type notes inside the chat room, and I could go back into my book and I could remember in my notebook everything that I talked about that day. That's how my brain can register all this information that I teach y'all. Don't take for granted. I tell you all the time, don't take for granted people like this. People like me, people like us who do stuff like this. Do not take us for granted. Trust me. You'll look around in life and be like, oh shit, let me hit that shit. But Francesca gonna talk. I'll be back.
Validation and all these things. So it's easy to project all these needs on one person, which takes me to my second point. If you have a lot of unmet needs, need for connection, need for touch, physical touch. Let's say you're very lonely and you don't really hang out with people, and you don't have that physical touch, which is a human need, by the way, and there's no one out there to validate you. Then of course you'll project all these needs, and you'll get super attached to a person because you don't have other sources of fulfillment. So it's really important, and this is something I talk about a lot, to diversify your sources of fulfillment. Find other ways to meet your needs, not just one person, because that breeds obsession. If it's in a healthy relationship, sure, go for it. But even then, be careful, because if you have one person that meets all your needs, it can turn into a toxic, dependent relationship where you feel like you're dependent on the other person. So find ways to meet your needs. Go out of your comfort zone into your stretch zone. Pay attention, not into your panic zone, so you freeze and stop taking action. But
the basic thing she's trying to tell you is understand that feelings come and go. And you can be manipulated by the intentions of somebody else. So you need to be very mindful of that, especially if it's not something. You look at that motherfucker and you attracted to them and they not your type. Don't fall for it. Don't people be like, well, the universe is beautiful. You could be with somebody and be like, this is not my type, but I think this person, I like this person, or this motherfucker's ugly, but they're not my type and I still like them. Nah, don't do that. Don't allow your energy to be controlled to that capacity. If that motherfucker ain't your type, they ain't your type. I don't give a fuck what you feel. They're not your type. And trust me, you're going to find out why they're not your type if you still entertain them. Trust me when I tell you. If you think they're ugly, somewhere down the line, they're going to get ugly again. Even if you fall in love with them, they're going to be ugly again. Trust me. Don't do that to yourself. You have to understand that the same way that you're projecting energy and doing energetic magic out here, other people are doing energetic magic too. And you have to know and realize when this being played out. You feel drawn to somebody, bitch, you better start peeping to why the fuck you feel drawn to this motherfucker. What they want. It's okay to fucking ask a stranger, what do they want? They're a fucking stranger. What do you want? If someone is not having ill intentions with you, they ain't gonna have a problem with you saying what you want. Are you saying that to them? And it won't be disrespectful or rude for you to ask that. I don't have no problem with anybody if I talk to them, say, what do you want from me? I'm gonna tell you what I want. Thanks for asking. But that's just me. Because I've been asked that a few times. What do you want? Oh, nah. I won't get offended. I'll be shocked that somebody asked the question. That's what it is. I'll be kind of shocked. Like, damn, you asking me that? Okay, let's dance on that. We also mentioned something else that's important to tell you guys from what she was saying. How to overcome your feelings for someone. Sex is energy. Sex is energy. Check your feelings before you have sex with somebody, okay? Check your feelings before you kiss somebody. Check your feelings before you touch somebody. That is a whole nother topic in itself. Sex is energy. And sometimes, I want y'all to understand something. Talking is sex. People's voices and tones, we learned that in Dark Psychology 101, is sex. That's intimacy. People are more upset over emotional connections than physical. People be like, fuck a physical connection that you have with that person. It's the emotional connection that they have a problem with. Oh, okay. That's good. That's a good way of releasing your energy. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, I don't believe in soulmates and twin flames no more. I don't think that you know that right instantly, like the movie show you. I believe that that is something that comes later on. You know what I'm saying? Because you can feel what you want to feel. You can want what you want with somebody, and only time will tell. You know what I'm saying? You can be like, I really want to be this person's wife. I really want to be this person's husband. But only time will tell. You might be able to manifest that. But only time will tell for that. That's all I'm saying. Another thing. She said you have to check your feelings, your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like she was just saying, like, you have to check what you need. This is what dark psychology is about. What are you vulnerable about? What do you find yourself? Oh gosh, you again? Hold on. I'm telling you, if you're gonna be on some fuck shit, I'm hanging up, bro. I ain't got time. And you don't gotta show your face. Matter of fact, don't even get on camera. Go ahead. What you got? You ain't even gotta show your face. My thing is, Bob, I thought I gave you a shoot. I thought you was one of my shooters. I'm about to make you one of my shooters, y'all. But my shooters don't never shoot. Y'all don't even pull a gun out. Y'all just be chilling. All right, somebody named Angel want to talk.
Hello, baby. Do you remember me?
Yeah, the Asian guy.
Yeah. Man, you have the best brand. Okay, what's the topic about?
Okay, we're not doing that. You just said that you wanted to talk about it. We're talking about recaps and chats from Dark Psychology. Have you been following the book? Have you gotten your journals out? Have you been following along?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so you're gonna have to follow along. We're on Dark Psychology Week, Dark Psychology 202 week, and we're doing recaps from the Dark Psychology studies that we did before. And I was just playing Francesca.
Yeah, ready. Okay, great. Just go on.
Huh?
Yeah, great. I didn't follow the dark psychology. Just go on, okay?
Yeah, so
I'm gonna leave.
go ahead and follow it. Go ahead and follow it. I'm gonna finish talking about this dream I had, by the way, because I'm just recapping in chat before I have to go. This is a quick show because I woke up late.
What
Usually I
dream?
like to start the show around like 9-10 o'clock.
What dream did you have?
I'm gonna talk about it right now.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
All right, I'm gonna
watch it on.
I'm gonna mute you for a second. If you got something to say, type to me in the private chat back there. All right. So, Bob, let's get into that meditation. Release the emotion through your breath. Meditation is something I suck at. Okay, where they go? All right. So, I have something to say. The dream, to me, was also speaking on not wasting my energy with what does not benefit what I'm doing. So this could be a message for all of you to why I had this dream. Now, the fact that someone as 50 Cent, right? 50 Cent, because dreams and people in your dreams represent something for yourself. 50 Cent is born in the same place, and 50 Cent is from the place that I'm from. I just didn't go to school out there, maybe college a little bit, but not like high school or nothing, or my elementary year, but that don't count. And he is from that area, and I have family members and all kind of stuff. Anyway, so 50 Cent is connected to me growing up, where I'm from, the street life of my family, and things like that. So he is a representation of that. So for 50 Cent and whoever this other strange dude was, light-skinned dude, that was like telling me pretty much to live in my truth and be who I am. It was also like reminding me, don't forget where you have come from and what you have experienced that brings you to be who you are, to talk about the things that you talk about. You get what I'm saying? And for there to be these fat white women and all this shit, it was quite interesting because, weight fatness represents weight. See what I'm saying? To weight, W-A-I-T, and weight as a W-E-I-G-H-T. So words that's pronounced the same is not a coinky. You get me? So the weight, don't allow the weight to be your distraction, because the fact that I was writing in my notebook and then I wasn't, I do that at work. So it's like, don't let this dead weight around you be the reason that you stop writing, because you have to understand America's anti-intelligent. We talk about that. So people are going to have a problem with you reading and writing. And that's not your problem. You just sit down and read and write. That's just what comes with it. And also, it's weird. Like, you have to tell you something true. That's weird for someone to have a problem with me reading and writing, right? Isn't that what people do? Because the first thing they want to know is what you're going to school for. And I think that's crazy. All right, so I'm going to get more to Francesca. I don't even know where I'm working at today. Yeah. All right, so we're going to get a little bit more into Francesca. I don't know what happened to Mr. Asian. Yeah. I think it's beautiful when you have a woman doing dark psychology, because intuitively what I get from her is what I get from her. She talks about a lot of tricks and everything. Anytime somebody is interviewing somebody, trust me, they have talked to that person behind the scene a lot longer before that person has got on their show. Okay? They gotten to know them and that person has gotten to know them. And they might be each other's friends behind the scenes, okay? And that person is probably low-key their mentor. That's how it goes. 1 second, y'all. Ooh, I had to blow my nose. Woo. Ooh, I had to blow my nose. All right, so we're going to get into Francesca's shorts. Shout out to Francesca. It'd be dope if Francesca said psychology can pull up over here. I would love to talk to her. So let's go. Let's get into her shorts. Matter of fact, do I get my headphones? Because I can wear my headphones today and listen to her. Let's see. Let's see what she talk about.
Ever since I was a kid, I've been legit. If I was you, ever since I was a kid.
You know you have a love addiction when getting attached to someone means your entire mood depends on how they respond to you. You're so attuned to their emotions that you can detect even the slightest change in their behavior. Yes. Yes. And this is how you know that someone is attached to you. Or there's a love addiction. Look at the word love addiction. Whenever you do something or you say something and they respond to it in a way and they care about what you have to say. This is how you know that you're involved with someone who cares about you. All right. I don't know if I can ever feel attracted to my partner. Our relationship feels sort of boring. Okay, it's the music. I can't do the music because that's my shit. It's really common for someone who's experienced a toxic relationship to feel that when they meet someone healthy and stable, you might even try to subconsciously sabotage it by causing fights because that's the only way you know how to connect and to test if your partner will leave you. This also comes from childhood as well. Don't know if I would feel attracted to our relationship feels sort of boring. I was told that the best relationships are boring. The best relationships, they look boring. I was told that, and I understand why that is so, because when I look at this shit right here, I go, damn, I be like, I have said this to my partner. I was like, Do you think you're going to get bored with me? And they be like, no, I wouldn't. You're not boring. And I'll be like, I'm not. All right, let's go. What is this? Girl.
I was a teacher and we don't get paid a
Hold on, I forgot you can't.
If you hate it when someone interrupts you, just like all of us, these are 4 things you can do without becoming aggressive or, making things awkward. 1, you're most likely to get interrupted when you take those small pauses when talking and someone feels like they need to jump in. So one way to combat that is by using your body language to express that you're still talking. So when I went to that party, there was this girl and she felt like, so in these situations, my hand gestures show that I'm still talking. 2 is to frame the conversation beforehand. So say something like, oh my God, there's 2 things I want to tell you. So they know that after you finish a point, you're going to move on to the next one. So they're less likely to interrupt you. 3, freeze your body language. Like, let's say I'm talking and someone interrupts me in the middle of the conversation. Just freeze for a few seconds. This makes it really obvious to that person and to the rest of the group that you are interrupted. This makes the interrupter very dislikable to other people. And I had a situation like this recently where I was interrupted while I talked and I froze and the rest of the group told me like, oh, why don't you let Francesca finish her point? Or like, oh, you were saying. So people notice. And sometimes you don't even have to say anything because the rest of the group doesn't like it when someone is being interrupted either. And number 4, if you're being interrupted, just hold up a hand and say, oh, let me finish my point before I lose it and I'll hear you out after. It's light and nice and doesn't create any awkward situations. If you hate it when someone interrupts you, just like all of us, these are 4 things you can do without becoming aggressive or, making things awkward. 1, you're most likely to get interrupted when you take...
Some of us would just ignore them, right? Keep talking if you're from the city. You know what I mean? Anyway, I like Francesca. Okay. As you can see, she does have a lot of relationship topics because everybody. Why is relationship topics? Why is the Libra energy such a big thing for everybody? Because we have relationships. We every single day of our lives, we're in a relationship. We're doing something that involves relating to other people. Okay. Every single days of our lives. Okay, I don't need that no more. Okay. And we have to be honest with ourselves about the relationship we have with ourselves, as well as the relationship with others. It's because survival requires relationships of some kind. Yes. Survival does require relationships. Yes. To navigate this world, you have to use people. You have to have other people. For me to keep this show going, there are people that I need in my chat room. There are people that I can pay to just help me with these lessons that I do when I'm writing stuff down to put it in the chat room. You understand what I'm saying? That I might have collaborate on the Facebook page and say, here, this is what I just need you to do. There are people I may need to hire on Fiverr to check stuff for me, to organize. You see what I'm saying? You're going to always need people. No matter how much you live life. This is why we have from Aries to Virgo, none of the signs reflect another zodiac sign. This is why these signs are the most selfish. These are the signs are the less self-reflective. And then you get from Libra to Pisces. And then you begin, that's the first time Libra is the first zodiac sign that reflects another sign, which is Aries. And then it goes on and on and on, and it begins to reflect all these other signs. So you don't have an opposite sign, you have a reflective zodiac sign. Your reflective zodiac sign, if you're a Cancer, is Capricorn. Your reflective zodiac sign is the Aries, your reflective zodiac sign is a Libra. Sometimes people's reflective zodiac sign is their parents or a step parent, any type of parent or guardian or grandparent. So life is about people. Even a loner understands that there are still people that they have to use. Why is it that we find people who completely isolate themselves from the world, or completely don't fuck with people, or don't fuck with nobody at work, don't talk to nobody? We find out some crazy shit or some strange shit about the way that they live their lives. Because even a loner understands, when I walk outside, I still need people. Even a loner understands, in order for me to rise up in this job, I need to talk and get to know people and talk to the right people. That's how it goes. Even a loner understands I could talk to who I want to. I'm role playing when I'm at work, and I'm myself at home, and I don't got to talk to nobody. A loner understands that. They understand they know how to compartmentalize, and they know their boundaries. And most of all, a loner loves their privacy, embraces their privacy. Another thing, understand that in life, there's always a distraction. Write that down. Understand in life, there will always be a distraction. There's always going to be a distractive person. There's always going to be somebody saying something slick. There's always going to be somebody who got some negative ass energy. There's a law of fickleness in the laws of human nature. People can be fickle one way or another. I'm literally going through a situation at work where one of my managers are acting very funny. First of all, the child was acting funny, right? Her child was acting funny towards me. And I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with him? What is his problem? I don't give a fuck. And then she started acting funny. But then I started putting shit together. That dude right there, don't fuck with me. And so now he's cool with him. So now he's not going to fuck with me. So then that's his mother, and now she not going to fuck with me. So what happened was, I put it together that it came from that person. Now this person is cool with somebody that I'm cool with. Actually, a few people I'm cool with. And I'm like, So this motherfucker is the one that caused the trickle, a domino effect of people not to like me. You see, that's the dark psychology in my life. And the way I tested it is say hello to somebody and listen to the tone and how they say hello back to you. People can't lie about how they feel when they say hello. Okay? You want to know if somebody don't like you? Say hello. Say good morning to them. Look them in their face. Watch them. You want to know how somebody feel about you? Say something to them and watch their body language when they hear your voice. You want to really know? Robert said, approach them from the side, because when people see you in face to face, they can't deny how they feel about you when you approach them from the side. You get their real facial expression. This shit is real. But I say it's in that tone of voice. Pay attention to how they speak back to you. Another thing. But I had to put it together like that. That's the chess move that I had to play. And eventually I'm going to have to tell somebody that's like a family member. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing too. Have a go-to person to tell when you have situations like this. You get what I'm saying? That's the key thing too. Write that down. Have a well-trusted go-to person. Most of the time, it's going to be a family member. I promise you, it'll be the closest family member. It may literally be your mom or dad, and be like, yo, got this situation going on with this person, and I believe it's that person there, and this, that, and the third. Let them get a heads up of what's going on around you, so that they too can watch and be your eyes too. See, this is why you need other people. Even someone who comes into this life, I have to give it to people who come into this life and orphanages and foster care. They know how to build a team. They know how to build a family of people to protect them and survive. You want to know about survival tactics? Study kids that come from orphanages and that comes from foster care, the foster care system. I have to give it to them, bro. They know how to build and make a family. They know how to make friends. They know how to utilize a group of people. This is why people who have come from that start cults. They're really just, they're so good at that shit, bro. They're so fucking good at building that kind of connection. So always have that private go-to person and let them know what's going on with you. If you got to go as far, if you can get away with it with snapping pictures and videos, send it to that person. Because once somebody can see how concerned that you are about something, they'll come with you and you don't know what they will do for you. You don't know how they'll work behind the scenes. I always go into the story of the dude at work, the cancer dude, and how I got so upset with the bullshit he was doing. 1, 2, 3. I went to his Facebook, 1, 2, 3. And when I went to his Facebook, just that quick, a family member of mine ran and found the chick that was on her Facebook. She went to go talk to her. And then she went and told her where homeboy lives. But she never told her anything. She was just chit-chatting with her. And she told her where homeboy lived at. Then there was somebody who was going to knock him the fuck out. The same person that was going to knock him the fuck out when I ran and told the person I was with at the time what had happened and who was going to do what, he was like, oh shit, I know that person. He started laughing and said, oh shit, I know who that is. He laughed. So you have to have that level of network for yourself in your life. It's very key. If you got family from the street, that is a plus. Okay? Let me say it again. If you got connections and family from the street, that's a plus. You have to be able, and see, you have to understand the game you play, they can be playing that same game. And let me tell you something. Don't ever think that you're taking it too far. My mother will tell you, a mentee takes shit too far. She takes shit too motherfucking far. You can never take things too far when it comes to your protection, when it comes to your spiritual health and wealth. You can never take it too far. The fact that you're going that far tells you it's possible that that person is pulling the same thing on you the same goddamn way. The universe makes no mistakes. When you have to go that far, that's how far they may be going too. But you also gotta know how to pretend that you don't know what the fuck is going on. I know that's the hardest part, but you gotta be a good pretender. But you also gotta know how to navigate and stay away and give the same energy. See that manager that's doing all that, she can't hide it. So I stay out of her way. You see what I'm saying? I'll only communicate with her when I need to communicate with her. See? So look how I put it all together. I sat down at work just because sometimes the universe just sends shit to you. Believe it or not, you get it through visions and stuff you ain't even thinking about. I sat the fuck down at work and I was like, oh shit, now it makes sense. Because you also have to look at the personality of the person who's doing it. You a motherfucking follower. You want to be liked. You want to be cool. You want to have friends like you still in high school. You are very young. You are still a kid. So somebody like that is cool to you. See, you have to study the personality of people. Don't worry, we're going to get into body analysis after the dark psychology analysis. We're going to get into body analysis. We're going to get deeper into NLP. We're going to do the CIA stuff again, MK Ultra. We're going to get into all this stuff. Trust me. I'm going to have it all written down for the whole rest of the year. We're going to get into this shit. But I tell you all of these things because this shit is real. See, I don't think if I didn't sit here and study dark psychology, I would have thought about it this way. I think, honestly, I kind of would have been like, well, goddamn, what did I do? You see what I'm saying? But because now I've come into this dark psychological space a little bit more, And I've been coming into this space of understanding narcissism and a psychopath and all these type of things, and understanding the narcissism and stuff in myself, and coming deep into the narcissism of myself, building a burn book, starting journaling and notes like I have with all of y'all. It has really helped me. So it's not just about me trying to teach y'all some shit. I'm applying this to my life as well with that situation, because that situation can turn into a domino effect. And the only way that it's not going to turn into a domino effect is you make sure you have your go-to person. Have somebody who's your second mind. I got a friend. Shout out to you. You know who you are out there. You the second opinion. Well, this is going on. What you think about this? What you think about this? What you feel from this? And they say what they say, and I say what I say, and we help each other. Trust me, people like that are very beneficial. Okay? They are very beneficial in your life. Use people as your leverage, not using them to take advantage, but you got to understand one thing about a Libra: you need fucking people. It's just how it is. You need people. And I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Which one is this one right here? Fair Use 107. This is 20 minutes, but it ain't going to be how jealous people act when you don't fall. Okay, let's try jealousy triggers. Are you going to go ahead and play this? And we're going to get into it a little bit. It's a commercial. Oh my gosh, here we go.
Ambition and motivation are triggers for jealous people. And that's why you must learn how to keep your business to yourself. Keep your private life private. Keep the personal things about you and the things that you're accomplishing private, because everybody cannot handle it. If you are a woman who is highly ambitious, highly motivated, you are always looking for new ways to make money. You are always looking for different ways to level up in some way. You're investing in yourself, taking care of your health and well-being, and keeping your mental health and spiritual health a priority. That will make you a target of envy and jealousy from people who do not respect and or understand why you operate the way that you do. As a woman, it is not your responsibility to explain to somebody why you move the way you move throughout life. A lot of people who are jealous and envious of highly ambitious and motivated women, they don't understand that a lot of women who are like that, it's simply because of their upbringing. It's simply because of their past life and the things they went through. And because of that, they refuse to be behind in life. They refuse to let go of any opportunity that might come before them. When a woman has dealt with a lot of issues in her past life, a lot of drama, she's dealt with people constantly trying to hold her back, trying to stifle her growth, trying to get her to doubt herself. When a woman has dealt with people who always try to sabotage her in some way, when she dealt with people who were mediocre at best and tried to keep her in the trenches with them, when she is able to do so, when she's finally able to break free from the mediocre mindset, from the jealousy and envy of those around her, when she's able to get away from the manipulators and the haters and the people who wanted to see her down bad, that type of woman is typically going to be more ambitious and want to do more and be highly motivated despite the obstacles that came against her. And when you have that kind of drive and mentality, you are going to attract haters, and you're going to have to get used to it, and you're going to have to know how to move. And the number one way to move is to keep things private. For the life of me, I don't understand how you have some people, they win the lottery and they put their face on TV holding up the big lottery ticket or the big check or the sign saying, hit the lottery, hit the jackpot, Pennsylvania big million, all that stuff. Me and my husband talk often, if we ever hit the lottery, which we don't play the lottery, but if we did, hypothetically, we would never get on TV and show everybody, look, I just won $2 million.
She's the jealous woman that she talked about. She's married. Okay, there it is. I knew what I was feeling. She is the jealous woman that she talks about, y'all. Yeah. She talk about herself. I didn't even think she was married, bro. I didn't even think she was married. Speaking of marriage. Oh shit. Let's go. I'll be hold on, y'all.
I just won $2 trillion. Like, that's not wise. Like, I will take the lesser amount all to keep myself and keep my family safe. Like, I'm not going to make myself a target of somebody else's envy, their rage, and their jealousy. I just read a breaking story about a woman who won a lottery ticket in a gas station, and she broke down to her knees. She was happy and all of that. But that public display of happiness, which was innocent enough, unfortunately, a hater, a weird person, a criminal, saw her happiness and attacked her in the parking lot and stole that ticket. You see, because we live in such a wicked world, and it's not that you can never share your happiness with other people. It's not that you should always feel like, I can't tell anybody.
Okay, let me hear what you got.
Everybody's hating on me. We deal with a lot of wicked, demonic spirits in the world.
Let me tell y'all something. Here's the thing. If you're attracting jealousy, hate, and envy, you have to look at it on a deeper level. I don't do all that demon, all that type shit. I do a responsibility, okay? We call it what it is here. You have to look at your own life, okay? Why are you attracting jealousy, hate, and envy? Where's the jealousy, hate, and envy in yourself? Where are you hateful, jealous, and envious? You have to check yourself. Where are you hateful, jealous, and envious? What is it about you that you have? But see, can you be honest with yourself enough to know what that is? You feel me? Can you be that honest to say that? Here's another thing you must look at. What kind of energy of people are you associating yourself with? Take responsibility for that too. Are you associating with people as yourself or unlike yourself? Do you subconsciously like the attention? You gotta look at that too. Do you subconsciously like this attention? Let me tell you something. Everybody play mind games. Everybody got different emotions and feelings that they have. Just being a woman, just being a dark feminine energy woman and living your life to the beat of your own drum and being who you are. Being free is a problem in this world. To be a woman and to be alone is a problem in this world. To make the choice to put yourself first or put your children in a better living life situation is a problem in this world. And it depends on what culture you even come from in this world. You got to understand that. And you need to understand where you are. I'm in a place, a small town, and these people are highly insecure people. They are not themselves. They spend their lives trying to be something that they're not. They have not been in New Jersey since the age of 5, but they still talk like they're from New Jersey and act like they're from New Jersey. What they believe is it. So that when somebody from New Jersey really pulls up, now they feel some type of way about the person that's really from there. This is kind of the situation I'm going through right now. Homie's supposed to be from New York, but I'm really from New York. I came here 2021. And I used to visit in between that time. But he ain't really from New York like that. And I know when he go up north, the family see him as a family member that's down south now. Because I know that. So you got to understand, what are you battling against? What kind of people are the battle? If you put all that demonic and all that stuff in, you're never going to self-reflect for yourself. Then you have to ask yourself, Why are you associating? Why are you around these people, especially these people in your personal world? What do you feel obligated to and all this kind of stuff? You have to start doing your own internal work on this shit. Word.
And this specific message is not necessarily spiritual, but you know that everything tends to have a spiritual root. And that negativity, that toxicity, that manipulative spirit, that jealousy, that envy, that rage that people get at seeing another one happy, that is absolutely wicked. And that is the reason why, as women, as individuals, period, you must move through life in a wise way. Don't be so loose-lipped when things happen to you. And I know this comes from trial and error because I used to be the same way. As soon as something happened, to me that was good, I got a promotion on my job, I opened up my.
Listen, actually, in the book Focus and Concentration said anything you got going on, you got to keep it secret. What I got going on at work is known already by people close to me. What I got going on at work. And then somebody else, because we all at work, so people know. Like, you know what I'm saying? People know. But here's the thing. You still have to get your spiritual protection up. Okay? You got to get that spiritual protection up. Another thing, too. Let's get into the dark psychology of it all, right? The dark psychology of your life is understanding what is jealousy, what is envy. What are the things that you get jealous about, envious of? You may not be a jealous person. I'm not a jealous person. I get it. You really may not be one, and that's fine. Also, pay attention to the energy of the space in which you live in, because the states and the places you live carry a certain energy. These people are full of lies. These people are full of insecurities. Okay, in this space. That's what I feel. They are very insecure people. So when someone is very authentic and very much themselves, they feel some type of way about it. When you talk a certain way, when you walk a certain way, when you act a certain way, people feel some type of way about it. People will do anything to get your attention. I don't see no difference than when I was up north and I was down south. I just feel the difference of the energy. At least up north, the energy, like nobody gives a fuck about you. It's like whatever. But down here, I noticed that energy. So you have to check the energy around you. Okay, I feel like I'm repeating myself. You just have to check that around you. Okay? You're never going to get nowhere if you be like, oh, demonic wicked spirits. No, baby. You around a demonic wicked spirit. So what's the demonic wicked spirit inside of you? Everybody has narcissism. So check your narcissism. Okay, you have to be clinically diagnosed as a sociopath and psychopath. But if you're a psychopath, you don't feel anything, you don't know anything, you don't reflect on anything, you don't care. You have nothing. So if you're a psychopath, shit, you're lucky. Shit, you don't feel nothing when you walk around this world. Another thing. Women like her are validated by the fact that she has a husband and all this stuff, so she feels everybody's jealous of her because of that bullshit. You understand? Because of her status in the patriarchy. Another thing, and I want y'all to write this down. You have to know yourself. You have to know yourself. I know what people would get jealous of about me. That's why nobody's allowed to be around me. I know what my blessings are from the universe. That's why nobody's allowed to be around me. I know energetically what I bring into people's lives. That's why everybody's not around me. I know what I talk to who and what about, and who I get personal with and who I don't talk to, and this and that. I'm very good at that. And that's why I don't have everybody around me. I deal with people at work and I don't deal with them no more. I have one person at work number that I'll send them videos and stuff, now that my, the phone or whatever, but that's it. I don't sit with them at lunch. Don't really fuck with them like that. I keep my distance. They've even bought me something and I still don't sit with them at lunch. I still keep my distance. So you have to move smart. Okay? Got neighbors. There's neighbors I don't fuck with. There's neighbors that I do. But that neighbor I fuck with also fucks with one of my family members, my cousin. See what I'm saying? You have to navigate smart. Another one, I was supposed to buy a guitar or something from him. It was hard to get to him, so fuck it. He said it was going, so fuck it. I don't talk to him, man. He's going anyway. I just dismissed him. Like, oh, you ain't got nothing for me. Dismissed. That's just how it is. And you can't feel no way about being that way. So if you're gonna do this dark psychology shit, you gotta do this dark psychology shit. You gotta understand that just being in tune and being smart bothers people, because that's how much people are tricky and liars and deceivers. Do I need to play little finger for you? That's how people have been playing their game for years on people. And when your game, when it doesn't work, that's when it happens that way. Let me tell y'all something. I got blocked. Okay? I got straight up blocked from a family member because they had another family member tell me that they was coming to get something from me. And I'm like, nah, they got to come get that next week. And then they send me some bogus message. And I ignored it. And then they sent another bogus message. And was like, that was your test. And I'm just like, my test? Then they blocked me. I ain't even acknowledged them. They blocked me because they couldn't get what they wanted from me the way that they wanted it. If you're gonna block me, then shit, you never loved me. You never cared about me. See, that's how I see it. See, that's how I took it. Oh, you never gave a fuck about me. Because if that's what you thought you could just use me for, and that you're just gonna dismiss me, I'm gonna give you the same energy back. Because I'm like what it said, no more watering dead plants. Because that's damn sure a dead plant being watered right there. You feel me? Let me let her know. She might be asleep. So, I just want to let that be clear. Now, another thing. Another thing. I want to also make note of when you go through this dark psychology week, I want you to really study and get into NLP, MK Ultra, hypnosis, all of these different things that was taught from Dark Psychology 101. Get into the guy who created NLP. I'm going to look at him today. Get into MK Ultra a little bit more and away from the way the books are teaching you. Whatever is grabbing your attention from Dark Psychology 101. Okay? Because like I said, 202 is going to get into a deeper explanation of it. Okay? And so here we go. As you learn all of this stuff, I need you to apply it. I need you to practice it. I need every human being on this planet to be your test subject. If you in the city, oh great, you're going to have a field day out there, right? But I need you to practice this dark psychology on a day-to-day basis. I want you to just get started. It doesn't matter your age, just get started, right? I want you to start looking at what works, what doesn't, where you made your mistakes. But please don't put yourself in some crazy ass situation. I do beg of you. Don't put yourself in a situation where somebody's going to try to take your life. But I think you're smart enough not to do that, right? I want you to really write down everything. Make a journal. Really make this burn book. And take note. I want you to sit down. When was I weak? Why was I weak? Why didn't I do nothing? And why did I do this because I was weak? I need you to write that down too. I need you to really dissect yourself completely. Like, you know how that frog we had to dissect? Ugh. I want you to dissect yourself, cut yourself open all the way, cut your heart open, not literally, just figuratively, poetically, and look inside yourself. Because through your own weaknesses, through your own narcissism, right, you're going to find the answer. And therefore, when you go out here in this world, you're going to understand why things reflect the way that they reflect. And I'll leave y'all here with this. I had a recent situation with my partner, and she said to me, she caught on to me. She said, "You're really good. You know how to manipulate me to get what you want." And I said, "Yeah, you too. I never tell you no. Do I ever tell you no?" She's like, "No, you don't. I never tell you no." And I'm saying all this to say that this is the dance that we do together. This is a thing that we have together. She catches on to me, I catch on to her, but we both like it. You see? That is because I begin to accept my own ways and behavior and why I attract the person that I attracted in my life. Now, I'm just saying, this is it. And I have other goals in this relationship that will have to be talked about behind the temple. The point is, I have been applying dark psychology. Now, there's only one little thing that's going on that I have to apply my dark psychology, right? So, like I said, write things down so you can say, well, damn, how do I handle this situation? Well, anyway, y'all, I got to bounce. Maybe midnight hour, I might do a show. I'm not sure, but I got to bounce. It's been great. It's been fun. And we will talk. Bye.